This is Antoine.
I don't know if you're ready to see what I want to show you.
Oh, that was so fast. Okay, I'll be there in a couple hours.
You've spent years reviewing displays, but you've never seen one like this. Was it all a lie? You have to see it for yourself. Take the blue pill for precise detail. Take the red pill for breathtaking contrast. You were expecting only two? For vibrant color volume. Go on, take them. You are ready.
We hooked your boy up. Raylan, you own one today.
Oh, Raylan, get in the way.
Piece of plastic. I can't worry about it.
That is a whole lot of TV, sir.
I don't think I'm gonna ever get off my couch.
Gaining weight, getting fused into the couch.
On the back of here, see there? We're gonna need to slide it into here. And this just slides into the back of that.
Ooh,
And
Rose.
then you put your wires through there.
Oh, I like how flat that is, because that means the trio can sit right on top.
Where the plug at?
Oh, man, this shit. Hey, boys and girls, welcome back. Sit down, man. Make yourself comfortable. Don't get too comfortable, because you're going to have to leave at some point. Dude, for about 6 days, I've been hanging out with this brand new TV. It's an 85-inch Sony Bravia 9 Mark II. I got a lot to say about this TV, but this ain't gonna be a review. This is my feelings about this TV. I don't know, like, take it for what you want. These are my true feelings. True RGB. Are RGB TVs special? Well, I've hung out with Samsung when they first dropped their RGB TV. I've had a couple of hours with a R95. With Hisense, I actually own a Hisense UR8 and a UR9, both fantastic TVs. I actually really love those TVs. But then Sony comes out with this true RGB madness. So is it special? Well, man. All right, let's just talk about this. At the moment in time of this video, Sony is commanding a price tag of $6,500 for this 85-inch model of the Sony Bravia 9 Mark II. Is it worth it? Bruh, they didn't make this TV for the budget-conscious consumer. They built this thing for the person who wants to feel something every time they turn it on. So just let that sink in. Now let's talk about light manipulation. First of all, the RGB panel on the inside of the TV. So I've seen some of the architecture of this TV, or the panel itself, or the LEDs themselves, the little things, the RGBs in there, you know what I'm saying? Sony has managed to shape them almost like diamonds, to where they don't project like forward or in like a bulb shape. They kind of, project them where they want them to, and that's control. Sony has always had really solid control over light, especially in their higher tier TVs, man. Brightness is king with everybody, right? But what about controlling all that brightness? And that's what Sony has done really well. Now, they're not only controlling the brightness, but they're also controlling the color dispersion amongst these RGBs inside of there. Man, that is crazy. That is some serious light manipulation. Sony's always been good at manipulating my senses, man. First, they were manipulating my ears, and my hearing with all their phantom channels and stuff like that. Now they're manipulating my eyes, seeing red, blue, and green. Now this next level of light manipulation is on the front panel itself. This anti-light absorbing material, I don't know what that is on the front of that TV, but when I took the plastic film off the TV, I could see my overhead lights, okay? With the plastic film on there, the lights were shining like they always do on a glossy panel. But as soon as I took that plastic off, oh man, come on now. The light pretty much just like somebody was dimming the lights. It turned it down to almost to the point where they're just not really there anymore.
New stuff, baby.
I was just standing right in front of the screen, couldn't even see my own doggone reflection.
Hey, you can't see nothing.
Told you.
Dang. It's like I'm a vampire. Like I can't see jack. Wow. Dang.
It's the black hole.
Wow. Oh.
And then if you got a window off to the side, that just becomes a very light haze. It's just not there. It just absorbs light. They have this lenticular panel that just kind of manipulates the light. It's like the same stuff that the Predator uses for his cloaking. It's it's sick, man. You put this on there, right? You know, on the stand on the front, you can see all your wires and cable management back there, but then you put that little panel in the front and all that stuff just disappears. And if you have bias lighting behind your TV and you turn down the lights, it just makes it look like there's just a piece of glass right there and the TV is just floating in midair. It's so beautiful, man, just to look at that. Now, I ain't even turned the TV on yet. But as much fun as I had looking at this TV with it off and marveling at its design, I gotta tell you about some of the content I watched. But before I jump into that, let me tell you about this new feature that I really like. It's called My Cinema. Now, this is not just exclusive to the Bravia 9 Mark II. If your TV is updated, you should have it on your Bravia 9, OG Bravia 9, and your Bravia 8 Mark II, Bravia 7, and probably Bravia 5 too. I haven't checked. But it's on my Bravia 9 Mark II, and I absolutely love it. You get 3 presets that you can kind of fine tune if you need to. But that's the thing with Sony TVs now, man. You just turn them on and you can just start watching. You might, move a preset or something like that. Hell, you might even go deeper into the settings and change 1 or 2 things, but for the most part, man, you can just turn it on and start watching TV. They've got director's cut, which is where my TV lives pretty much on anything I'm watching. It's just right the way it is. You can go in there and fine tune it if you want to, but you ain't gonna be doing much. Then they got daylight or daytime, where if you're watching TV in the daytime, all the lights are on, windows are open. Even though that panel is reflecting and getting rid of all the light, you still might want to brighten that TV up, but it does everything for you. It just kind of boom, right there. Daytime viewing. And then there's the dialogue setting, so it can bring forward all that dialogue for all you people who are hard of hearing. But now it's time to tell you about what we actually watched. Man, me and my wife, we watched so much stuff. I just set her butt down and said, we ain't leaving this couch until this is done. We watched all the things. First of all, since it's a premium Sony TV, you get 10 credits in Sony Pictures Core. So I rolled over there and spent one of them credits on Fury. I hadn't seen this movie before, heard it talked about online a lot. Man, Brad Pitt, Shia LaBeouf, and everybody is in this movie. I can't even imagine what the budget was. But Sony's Picture Core is pure. It's like streaming a Blu-ray. So I wanted high quality stuff to feed the TV. That's why I went there. That movie was great. I'm definitely gonna watch it again. Then it was time to put the 4K UHD player to work, so we popped in one battle after another. I had never seen this movie before. I heard all about it, and let me tell you, it is truly one battle after another in this movie. I think it was shot on 35mm, at least it looks like it was, and it looks so good, man. Usually 35mm stuff is kind of, it's always got a little grain to it, right? You could just feel it all. You know what I'm saying? Like the color volume was there. It was just, man, the TV made that movie look so freaking good. 85 inches is an immersive size to be watching TV on, especially from like 9 feet away or something like that, which we were. Felt like we were actually in the movie theaters. And me and my wife were just stressed out about this movie. Through the entire movie, it was just stressful. So freaking stressful to watch. But then we moved over to Netflix so we could watch Apex. Now I will unpack that in just a moment, but I want to tell you about Netflix and Amazon. I love Sony for this, and this one of the many reasons I like Sony TVs is because they have Netflix and Amazon calibrated modes. Let me tell you, man, if you ain't ever experienced this before, I don't care what you're doing on your TV, if it's not a Sony TV that does this, you will never watch Netflix or Amazon better than what you're getting on a Bravia TV. Does that make sense? So if you watch their calibrated mode, I've tried it on other TVs and I cannot get it to be better or even the same as what the Netflix and Amazon calibrated modes are on the Bravia TV. So I always love watching content there because that's their whole director's intent thing that they pull off right there with that handshake between Netflix, Amazon, and Sony. And I just like watching it. So we decided to watch Apex. Bruh, that movie's freaking wild. That guy, that freaking guy is very disturbed.
So look, it's very simple. You've got until the very end of this song to get as far away from me as you can.
Don't watch it before you go to sleep. That's all I gotta say. Great movie. I love Charlize Theron. She's so pretty, but she's always in some stuff, man. She don't. Now, we did watch some sports. We was watching FIFA. Now, by the time you see this, FIFA's probably gonna be over, but we watched Argentina versus Switzerland. Oh man, that was a butt clincher. It was like 1-1 the whole game. And then all of a sudden, Argentina scored like 2 more goals like in overtime. That was a butt clinching game. Loved it. The movement, the motion, the colors, and watching soccer on an RGB TV is chef's kiss. But the movie I really want to talk about as far as details is War for the Planet of the Apes. Man, those movies just grab you, man. Like, ooh. Humanity is a son of a bitch. Anyways, the movie itself is just fantastic. The CGI that they use is just amazing. I don't think we'll ever get that again. I'm looking at all the details in the apes and their, their fur, their the little thing up here. And you can just see all that detail in there. And then the color and like some of the scenes, man, the way everything just kind of blends together, like the sky, and oh man, it was just some beautiful scenery in that movie. But one thing in particular got me, man. It was they were in a cave, right, or some tunnels, and the guys had these green lasers, and they were looking. I guess they had them on the guns. They were looking for the apes, and you can see on the sides of the cave, you could see just a little bit of light coming through, and all of the detail from the stones and the rocks, and the moisture on there, bruh. It's already a breathtaking movie, but then to experience on this Bravia 9 Mark II, damn, like, it pretty much left me speechless, man. This is something you really do have to see with your own 2 eyes. And this TV is just bringing out all of the details in this movie and all the color volume. And I'm just watching it in amazement at how this HDR is looking. Like, everything was just popping and just oh my. It was like watching TV for the first time watching TV. Now, I did do some gaming. I played 3 games. Days Gone, I still suck at it. Under pressure, I cannot fire a weapon under that kind of pressure with zombies coming at me like that. Whatever, great experience. Then I played Division 2. There's a lot less pressure there, but I'm just not a good shooter at video games. But the HDR performance when I was playing that game, dude, it was phenomenal. At some point, I just started walking around, just looking at stuff, just moving the camera and just looking at how the ray tracing and the HDR was working. It was just a beautiful game to play on this TV. But then comes Spidey 2, man. That was a great game to play on there. Watching the VRR and the 120 hertz rate, or you know what I mean? All that stuff. Just watching it kind of just take effect and move seamlessly, and just experiencing that on this TV, especially at that size, man, 85 inches, damn, incredible. It's been an amazing experience so far. Like, I look for chances to watch the TV, but the one thing that has gotten on my nerves is the fact that Sony has removed the play pause button off the remote and replaced it with the closed caption button. But I do have a little tip for you if you still use that play pause button. The play pause button, for me, I used it so I can control my 4K UHD player. I know a lot of people don't use that, right? So they got rid of the button because nobody was using it. Sony, I used it. But if you want to work around, hit the 3 buttons at the top right hand corner, or the button with the 3 dots. And if you're using the My Cinema, you'll have to hit it twice. Then the menu will come up, slide over, and your play and pause or your DVD or Blu-ray controls are going to be right there. It's not a sexy workaround. There's a lot of button presses, but why you take my button away, Sony? Golly. But seriously, man, the Bravia 9 Mark II has got me questioning everything I've ever watched on my OG Bravia 9, and even the Bravia 8 Mark II. Everything, I'm just seeing so many more details. Now I feel like I gotta go watch all my favorite stuff that I loved watching, like do a Game of Thrones rewatch, so I can look to see if I missed any details, because now I can actually see them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I was seeing details before, especially in dark scenes. The contrast, oh my God, hella contrast. We're talking OLED-like contrast here, okay? But now we got extra details and more color volume. It's like the best of both worlds. You got the best of OLED and the best of RGB, or the best of mini LED combined into one. And now I feel like everything has been a lie, and I gotta go rewatch it for the truth. But I gotta give a huge, massive, gigantic thanks to Sony, man. You guys don't have to do this. I know, I got a channel here and I showcase TVs and these audio products, You send them over here, but you gifted it to me. I am speechless, okay? This TV is amazing and it lives in my living room now. So Sony, everybody at Sony, I just want to give you a huge thanks. I would say everybody's name at Sony because you guys show me so much love and you really don't have to. We just family like that, man. So I appreciate you guys and I appreciate you guys for watching, man. Thanks for hanging out with me and getting my first experience with the Bravia 9 Mark II. Dude, it's a game-changing TV. It makes you feel like all the other stuff you've watched. It has not necessarily been a lie. It's just that you need to go back and check. You know what I'm saying? It's just reference all your stuff that you've ever seen on TV. Go reference it on a Bravia 9 Mark II and make sure you was getting the real deal because we talking true RGB, baby. Y'all keep being good to each other and I'll see you when I see you.